Hey, Summer. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about happiness and what are some of the best experiences that I think a person can have. For you, I think right now, you absolutely love jumping on the bed. You love running around. You like being chased and you like to chase. You like tickles. Let's see. You generally like doing things with other people. You don't like doing them alone. You usually want me to watch what you're doing or be involved in what you're doing, and you really like to be involved in what I'm doing. So that's a little on you. In general, science suggests that achieving things that are meaningful with other people, that is a good recipe for happiness. That makes sense. So if you, let's say, were to be a lifeguard and you were to, practice swimming and practice life-saving techniques, and then one day you were able to jump in and save someone's life, and you did that because you could swim really fast and you knew the techniques to save people because you had practiced and worked hard at it. Maybe you even had a talent for it. And you also did with other people. You had a team of lifeguards that you trained with and a team of lifeguards that responded to the person that was in distress. Science has thoroughly explored these things, and it really shows that those kinds of experiences, if you break them up into parts or if you add them all up into one whole, that is a good recipe for fulfillment. And that makes sense to me. In my own life, some of the happiest times that I remember tended to be when I was doing things with other people. It tended to be when I was really pursuing something very hard, working very hard at it, and also and when those things had some kind of meaning, when I was able to put those things in some kind of a meaningful context that gave something of value to my community or my tribe. And a couple examples of that would be when I was on the rowing team. I felt like I was preparing for something that really required physical strength and mental discipline and focus and persistence. And that was preparing me for something, maybe being in the FBI or whatever else I had wanted to pursue at that time in my life in the future. And also it was with other people. It was a whole community. It was a team. It was definitely like a tribe or a group of hunters maybe going out from a tribe. But there was a women's team, so there was the possibility or the potential for romance. And we were all friends. We were all networked. And that really was, without a doubt, that was the happiest time of my life when I felt like I had a team. And I remember even going out a few times with them. One night we went to Niagara Falls, we went to a nightclub, and there was hip hop music playing, and I was out on the dance floor with everybody, and the dance floor was packed, and everyone was moving up and down to the same beat. And all my friends were there, and there were beautiful women and good close friends of mine. And it was just, it was in so many ways so incredible. And I'll never forget the distinct difference between that feeling and feeling how I felt at that time and the worst or the loneliest times, or the most boring times in my life. Without a doubt, I can see the difference very clearly in my feelings. And with the musicals that my family produced, with all the people that I really cared about being involved, and so many different people from different walks of life being involved. And what we were achieving was meaningful. It took talent, it took hard work, discipline, and commitment to work at producing those musicals and telling those stories in that way, with that kind of music and settings and props and sets and everything that goes with that. And we worked together to make it happen. Music directors, dance choreographers, artistic directors, musicians, actors, singers, dancers, all worked very hard for months at a time to produce this narrative, this presentation that was meant to really inspire an audience. And without a doubt, those were some of the happiest times of my life as well. They weren't without their problems, and there was adversity and obstacles that we overcame, and some of that was very painful, to be quite honest with you. But we succeeded in a lot of the goals that we had set, And I'll never forget that there was no real feeling of loneliness in those times, and that feeling of loneliness and meaninglessness had evaporated at those times in my life, without a doubt. And that's very clear. I could see the difference. And so just a couple of ideas and some examples about what I think are some of the ways that a person can be really happy. And for you in your future, who knows, all kinds of things that you might be able to do. We're just thinking from my own heart, not trying to mix too much science into it or what I've read about it, but just from my own experience of what I like and what I enjoy and what I think can make me happy and make other people happy. I think that you could get along great with your classmates, that you could have a great time with sports teams. I think it's good for you to just search your heart and ask yourself what you really like and what you really enjoy, what gives you pleasure, and then going from there and exploring from there, and continuing to grow and learn about those things and finding better ways to have those kinds of experiences. And I think that that's what life is all about. And I think it's okay to pursue those experiences as much as you possibly can. And if you can do that with other people, I think it multiplies the joy. And I think that's at least a good place to start. So I love you.